Well, moving on now to other stories. Now, railway transportation, let's get talking very quickly, is practically the commonwealth of the masses all over the world, as it provides the most important linkage intermodal transportation system, hereby complementing other modes of transportation. In Nigeria, the federal government, in its quest to transforming the country's transportation ecosystem, has made landmark investments in the nation's railway services through the construction of standard gauge rail lines across the country. Now, a lot of developments, despite the growth recorded by the NRC, that's the Nigerian Railway Corporation, in the past years, the system is still fraught with challenges, of course, inhibiting its development. Well, let's discuss this and, of course, all of the developments. And I'm being joined live by the Managing Director of the Nigerian Railway Corporation, Mr. Fidet Okhiria. It's good to have you in the studio. It's been a while.
Good afternoon, and once happy to be back. And I would say I sympathize with those people who lost their life and those that were affected during the kidnapping at the earlier stage of the year. And once again, I would say we sympathize with them and condole the family of those people.
Yes, I think it's another issue of a kidnap and another issue of the crash, the accident, of which a truck veered into the rail track. Tell us more about this.
The first incident was the kidnapping at the Gwebe, Edo State.
Yes, Edo.
Which happened to be my place.
Wow.
And, I say, fortunately, within 2 weeks, the people were released, and we started operation. And within I think 10 days, we had an incident of the train having between Ajakuta and Itakbe. Some part of the track was removed, and unfortunately, the driver ran into it. I would say, fortunately, again, there was no loss of life, although we had damages to the track and rolling stock. And it took us a week to recover, and we have moved all the wagons and all the coaches and locomotives to workshop. We have repaired them as we speak. It's undergoing trial runs. Okay. We have to test them with our passengers, and that stopped operation on that line. And as we are saying, we are recovering from that. Then another one happened at Kubwa in Abuja. That was as a result of also vandalization of the track and sabotage. Luckily for us, we were able to detect what happened because we have installed a little bit of technology that could detect what happened. So the what we call the switch was blocked and with a stone. And when the train came in, it broke the stone, and the switch that was set automatically changed direction. While the front portion was on another line, the second bogie and the rear bogie was on another line. That what caused that accident. As we say, it's also as a carelessness of our staff. We are quite aware that signaling has been vandalized. And instruction for the staff that at any point in time a train is coming, you have to do pilot walking. Pilot walking means before the train enters the station, a staff should be there to flag the train to either stop or come in. And if the staff was there, they would have known that the point was not properly closed. So during the investigation, we discovered he lied that it was at that point. Whether I had forgotten that there are cameras both at the station and on the train. The camera caught him that he was not at the station. He was not at the point. He was at the platform. And the camera at the station also found out the time he went to collect his flag. So as a result, we cannot tolerate such things. We have done what is necessary. Disciplinary action have been done on that. Those are avoidable incidents. And we have to appeal to our people, both outside and inside, but that are missed staff, because the Kubwa own was somebody who at least may have knowledge of, know that when you put a stone and the point is not closing, and see what do you call it, the cable that's supposed to have passed information to the control office has been vandalized. We are quite aware that it was vandalized for then, and the immediate thing we could do was to have physical presence, even when the lights are okay. Somebody has to be there physically, because Nigeria seems to be, we are running at abnormal these things, not what you do abroad, you do here. You have to put extra measure to ensure technology you put in place are working. So just last week, we have this unfortunate incident. It's still very, very, very difficult for me to understand.
Honestly, very difficult.
Because we're a position where,
into the...
you see, the rail and track are running parallel. There's nothing separating, just what I would call a small, how many meters separating the road from the track. And you will see the rail coming. And the person whose duty was it to stop all vehicle movement has done his work. And this man thought he was smart and clever. And look at the way he condemns people's life. And people will say, why were there no barriers? Why were there no this? You see, as you grow up in the system, you have to also grow up. We used to have those barrier where you have to have a bell. As you turn the mechanical barrier, it may be making noise. And that was when you have vehicles, maybe how many vehicles that are piling the road. Now we grew up and move up to technology and multiply traffic lights as we have on the road junction too. Every week they vandalize them, and on the track system you have track circuits. They vandalize the tricycle that will send signal to the light. So, and it took time for government to decide that we should have complete separation, and that is the government policy. As we are modernizing, we ensure track, where possible, should not meet the roads. And we have 11 flyovers within Lagos for this Lagos-Ibadan standard gauge. And some of them have been done. And you cannot do all, or else you cause serious traffic as in Lagos. If you, at Agege, that was the first one done by Lagos State, flyover. Then the national government did the underpass before, that's one that leaked to Guinness. And as we speak, Oyingbo and Yaba, work is seriously going there, and you know the lot of traffic that is causing. So not until that one is finished, then we take another set and do. But before then, we now have a system. Communication is now easily available, where a train is leaving the station, and all the level crossing keepers are properly briefed that a train is coming, and they stop vehicular movement across the track. And that was done that day. And it's not a freight train that moves without schedule. These are passenger trains that are key to schedule. Yeah. Everybody on that, as is known, at that particular time, a train will pass that section. And I still find it difficult to understand. The driver saw the train coming from afar. And then you know, Oshodi Agege Motor Road. Beat it. Agege Motor Road. So see, still beat our imagination. So both our A-house investigation team are looking.
Yes, I wanted to say that because we need to forestall a recurrence of this. What is being done?
To see what can be done. Before now, for the past 4 years, we have this relationship with the Federal Road Safety Commission. Okay. That we have joint enlightenment at the parks, especially those parks that are close to the like Yaba, Agege. We've been doing that. I think we'll go back to that, and the accident that happened, that man would not have been even though among those people that will benefit from those enlightenment we are doing with the Federal Road Safety. So we continue to do that, while the separation of rail and track, and road and track will continue. That is the only way out. I don't want to say our people are stubborn, but they are stubborn. Even you know, between the roads, when the red light shows, the yellow bus will just come and so you have to be extra careful. I think the only way to this for Nigerians to be patient No, there is no duplicate in life. Anything we should be self-defensive and try to ensure we protect ourselves, because people say there's no magnet or train. That's a fairy tale. It's just to make people to be more cautious in the olden days that if you get near the track, the train will magnet you. It's just like those days where you say a duck crossing the river, if you kill a duck, something will happen to you. Because duck will not, whether it's
whether a car is coming or not.
So also that we say that there is, when you're near a train, there is a magnet. There's no magnet that will drag any vehicle. So I will continue to appeal to our people. And you see, we have lost life. Even the driver himself is a very critical condition. So he's in our hospital, and the doctors are treating him. So I don't know what entered him. We have also done some tests on him to know whether it was really normal or not. So the investigation will come out. So what I would say, it has not been easy with us in 2023. Although, as I say, my friends say, well, it's only when you run, you fall. But in rail transportation, we have to make sure it's safe for people, most especially in Nigeria, where we are rebranding and
I was thinking that all of these stops and suspensions and all of that, one way will also affect projections, revenue projections, and all of that already, because it's almost first quarter of the year gone. How are you thinking about all of this?
From last year, it became so bad for us because sourcing diesel, we use diesel.
Yeah, that's also on the high side.
Diesel went haywire, and as of today, we buy over 1,000 people. People supply us. They have to pay VAT on it, and they have to also make their profit margin. As at yesterday, what we do now is to go to filling station and buy direct. The danger is that you may have little or no time to test the quality of what you are buying. But we can't afford to fail people now that people have imbibed the culture of using rail. So we just have to bend backward to ensure that we operate. We reduce the number of operations because the dependence of diesel was becoming too much on us. And unfortunately, this cashless.
Yes, exactly. That's where I was going to. Have you guys used technology now to take charge of all your payments and transactions?
So if you don't have cash, tourism will not be your priority. So the volume of people traveling have drastically reduced. Even when we reduce, Lagos Ibadan, we started doing about 8 services a day. Now we are doing, I think, 4. Abuja, Kaduna, we are just doing 1 return trip that we are already doing 2 before the March incident.
I remember.
And when we came back, we started with 4 before that accident. And those accidented vehicles, we are working on them to bring them back and use them. But for us to bring them back, I won't lie, we have to, as my friend used to say, suck my blood to ensure that we operate. Because we owe our suppliers of diesel, and it used to be fun last year, where before the kidnapping in Abuja, the revenue and the patronage was quite high. We started with 20 million a month, 80 million a month. But by the time we introduced the e-ticketing, in that March, we earned about 520 million a month on Abuja Kaduna route alone. With me, people were now embracing it. So just before I started coming here, I checked what we earned from 1st to 12th. It's just 26 million. 26 million. That's what we used to earn maybe 2 to 3 days.
Wow.
So the cashless and no cash issue impacted seriously. The kidnapping, people were now started picking up before this incident of no money to travel, and because people have to prioritize.
Yes, of course. It's gotten to that point.
And we cannot stop operating because we are a service provider. It cannot just, it's not a personal thing that you
Yeah.
say, today I'm not
I'm
running.
not working, tomorrow I will work.
Because for a government, responsible government, you have the infrastructure. Even if it's only one person that's to use the service, you must provide for that one person. So that's the situation we find ourselves. But I know with the present situation where they say use the old money,
Yeah.
I think people will come back. While we try and capitalize and see other ways we can use in case such a thing happen next time.
Yes, I want you to talk about that as
how
we
do we,
wrap
we are
up.
looking, we are
What more reforms are
both-
we looking at with regards to security and all of that? Tell us as we wrap up.
yeah, security is not cheap.
It's not. It's not. You need to use technology in some cases.
It's not. That's what I'm saying. You still have to update it from time to time because as you develop the security, some other people are also developing.
Also trying to
so that and
that's true.
we cannot, as I say, it's not proper to isolate race security from the national security. Race security should key into the national security because it comes too expensive for the nation to have separate security for road, separate security for road, separate security for mile.
Yeah.
There should be that wash. So whether railroad, farm should be protecting us. So, but we cannot wait for that to come. But we have started doing with the ministry and the ministers, trying to do something to enhance our trains are safe for our people. And you see, right now, we have various layers of security, physical, technology, and that's not, we are seeing, not the final stage we want to have. So the one we can do is, okay, deploy more men, army and police, deploy more vigilante, deploy more, what they call it now, the neighborhood watch. We have engaged all those people, and it's really draining our pulse because they should, for you to have the local vigilante, you have to pay them.
Yeah.
For you to move police from their present station to their out of stations, you have to give them accommodation. You have to give them an incentive to leave their family and all those not. So I would say we will not give up, but it's not easy. We prayed, and we also hope Nigerians should support what the government is doing. It's no use. As we speak, Abuja Kaduna alone, we have lost over 100,000 clips. Those are the clips that hold the rail track. And not that people are not watching. And when you arrest, you take them to court, they say, okay, 1 year imprisonment of 50,000 naira, fine, which doesn't
really.
somebody would have stolen something from the track, worth millions. And we have, the law did not say that. The law really, you can give 20 years sentence for vandalism, even trespassing. So it's not a sweet time for us.
Honestly, I can imagine it's not the best time to manage the NRC. But I must thank you so much, at least for always bringing us up to speed and letting Nigerians know what is playing out. It's very important that you're not just doing things and Nigerians are not knowing how far you're moving on with it. Managing Director, Nigerian Railway Corporation there, Mr. Fidet Okhiria. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
All of the best.
All right.